Hello everyone. I know everybody has done their record store day purchase videos already, but I'll be doing this one now. So coming into record store day, I had a list of 10 items that I wanted, but there was actually only really one that I really wanted. All the others were like maybe. Let's put it that way. So let's start with number 10 was Dwight Yoakam's, and then I wrote, but this one was a 4 LP box set, so I knew that this one I would only buy in case I wouldn't be finding anything else because of the price. But in the end I didn't see this one at all. Number 9 was Mötley Crüe's Home Sweet Home 12-inch picture disc, but I already have the original Home Sweet Home, so I didn't really find this one to be really essential, and I was expecting it to be expensive. I did see this one, but I didn't buy it. At number 8 was Led Zeppelin Trampled Underfoot. Really not that big of a fan of Led Zeppelin, although I do buy records from Zeppelin every now and then. I really don't know what was the point of this release, but anyway, it was interesting, and I did see this one on both of the shops that I visited, but I didn't end up buying this one at all. Number 7 was Ramones Live 1977 CBGB. Now, did I need a new Ramones live album from 1977? No, but this one is from CBGB, so yeah, I did need this one. But I have to say that if I had noticed this one at the store, it says here on the back sleeve, captured with only one stereo microphone. So it's live recording done with only one microphone. Yeah, I would not have bought this one. But very surprisingly, this sounds good. All the instruments are very clearly audible. The vocals are a bit like coming from around the corner, but it's not that bad, the vocals either. But clearly the instruments, even the bass is very clearly sounding here. So yeah, very happy to have this one. Okay, number 6. Number 6 was Fleetwood Mac Live 1975. This one was one that I really did want, but it was solo on the list because I already have the Rumors live, so I thought that is there that much of a difference. But it turns out that there's a lot of songs that I didn't have as live versions. Get Like You Used to Be, Station Man, Spare Me a Little of Your Love, Why, Green Man Alice, Don't Let Me Down Again, and Hypnotized. Very, very happy to have this one. This one was originally released on CD as part of the, was it a double CD or some box set of the White Fleetwood Mac album. Now I want to show you one thing. I've started to take these hype stickers which are put on the shrink wrap, and when there is a suitable place like this one here, plain inner sleeve, I have started to put these stickers. Sometimes they do come off nicely, sometimes they don't, and sometimes, like this time, I put it upside down here. Sometimes I make a little mistake. Clear white vinyl. Yeah, but really, really good live album. I enjoyed this one a lot. Okay, number 5 was Billy Joel's Live from Long Island. That was one that I really wanted, but I didn't see that one at all. I assumed that they had copies here, but yeah, didn't see that one at all. At number 4, again, a bit surprisingly as to why I had placed this so high on my list, but anyway, Alice Cooper, Welcome to My Nightmare Live 1975, double album. I have to say that out of all of these record store day purchases, this one was my least favorite. Sure, there's good songs here, but yeah, I wasn't that interested in it after all. And I want to show again the hype sticker. Put it here. Yeah, it's a good record, but yeah, just really not that big of a fan. Okay, number 3. This one was the biggest surprise to me. That, like, why was I so keen on having this next one? Because I've never really considered myself to be that big of a fan of them, but for some reason this one was one that I really wanted. This is Rat. This one was actually listed on Record Store Day list as Invasion of Your Privacy 12-inch picture disc single, but this is dangerous but worth the risk. What you give is what you get, and closer to my heart. 7-inch shaped picture disc. Yeah, I don't recall have I owned this album, but I have heard it, and I didn't like that album so much. This was to me a bit like Van Halen's 5150. Like the singles, but they didn't really care that much for the album itself. Yeah, and I feel the same way with this. This one reinforces my thought that it's the singles that are good, but not necessarily the rest of the album. I've thought about buying the album, but this reinforces my thought that I don't need to buy the album. These dangerous but worth the risk, and what you give is what you get. They're okay, but nothing special. Closer to my heart was that was a good one. And one other thing, by the way, can you hear the kind of material that this is? This is like thick plastic. I don't think that this is the kind of plastic that like creates like electricity. But when I play records, I put the record on, and then I close the lid and I put the sleeve on top of the lid. But with this one, for some reason, I can't do it. When I place this one on top of the lid, it pulls the needle off the record. I don't know what. It really can't be electricity that causes to do it, but whatever it is, I can't put this one on top of the lid. Very, very odd thing. Okay, number 2, I don't think it surprises anybody. This is the original version of Bob Dylan's The Freewheeling, replacing 4 songs. So how do I feel about the songs? Well, I have to say that when I first listened to this album, hearing those songs in a place where they shouldn't be, it was so odd listening to them that it just distracted me so much. When I was like listening to, hey, what's that? What's that? So that I had to play this one again before I was really like able to listen to those songs themselves. Let Me Die in My Footsteps was my favorite out of these 4 new songs here. Yeah, and the only one that I really wanted was Tom Petty and the Heartbreakers live anthology From the Walls Volume 1. This one includes printed inner jackets which have Tom Petty's notes about those songs. And I was wondering, like, how did Tom wrote those? But it turned out that when his original live anthology was released, this one was released as some special edition of the CD box set, and it was a bonus disc there. So that's where this was taken. Really happy to have this because I enjoyed this very much. Very good album. Okay, that was the Record Store Day purchases, except it wasn't. One more Record Store Day Black Friday purchase. Ringo Starr Old Wave. This one was from 2022. Yeah. I remember when I saw this, I was surprised, like that I didn't know this album. I was like I thought I don't have any of these albums since the early to mid 70s, but I thought I knew all of his albums. So I was like, is this a new album? But I hadn't heard at the time that there would have been any new Ringo album coming out. So I thought that, okay, maybe this is because the name Old Wave and this old picture, I thought that maybe these are like 50s covers. But turns out that these are all new songs. Well, not all, because there's a cover of She's About to Mover and Library and Stoller song I keep forgetting. Turns out that this was his first solo album after his deal with the major record label fell through, and this one was released on some Boardwalk Entertainment Company label. So this one has been like rare album to come across, and most of these songs are written by Joe Walsh and Ringo himself. So yeah, I've long wanted to get to know some of his later material, not just the early to mid 70s albums. So I decided to buy this one now, and yeah, it's a good album. Not great, but it's a good album anyway. And that was the last Black Friday purchase, except for this one, Lenny Kravitz Raise Vibration. This one was one that I had ordered earlier on and picked it up on the same day when I went to the record store for Record Store Day. One thing that I have to say about the Record Store Day, it seems that it's very much winding down. So I wouldn't be surprised if the record store here stops taking part on it completely. 2 of the 4 stores that used to take part on Record Store Day have stopped taking part on Record Store Day years ago, and now the 2 stores that still take part here, the amount of records that they have ordered to the store has come down like drastically. One store, there was like, compared to the earlier Record Store Day this year, there was like 50% less than the previous time. The previous time there were like 4 boxes, now there was only 2 boxes. And the other store was even more drastic. The last time there were like 10 like big boxes. Now there was only 2 small boxes. Obviously I have to say that I came to the record store only like 40 minutes before they closed, so people had like the whole day time to buy those records. So it's obvious that many of the records had been already sold, but even if they had like sold so much, there would have been like empty boxes. But there wasn't empty boxes. It was just so small number of records that had been available. So I wouldn't be surprised if they would stop taking part altogether on Record Store Day. Okay, so the other thing that I'm including here is Record Fair, which I went to 2 weeks before Record Store Day. It's been a record fair that I have had good luck with singles. This time I didn't have that much of a luck in numbers, but I did find a few good singles. But let's go through the records first, and this one was also a Record Store Day release from earlier this year. This is Nick Lowe, Not the Indoor Safari Volume 1 live album with Los Straitjackets. I think it's a good one. Not great, but a good one anyway. But I believe that this is the final new Nick Lowe record that I will be buying. I would say if and when he releases something new, I won't be buying them anymore. This one is also a Record Store Day release, but this one is a couple of years older, 3 years old, okay. This is Heartbreakers Lump demo sessions. Yeah, I enjoyed this very much. Comes with a printed inner sleeve, and there's also, it says poster, but it's an insert rather. Yeah, pretty much I would say that these demo versions are just the same as the released versions. So they might as well have released these demos as an album. I didn't really hear much of any difference between those. Okay, one more, Graham Parsons, The Flying Burrito Brothers, Sleepless Nights. This one was the last Graham Parsons album that I didn't have on vinyl. Now I have them all on vinyl and CD. Well, except for the 2 albums that have never been, no sorry, 1 album which never has been issued on vinyl. And final album was Sherwoodin Miesorkesteri, which I honestly think it's a stupid title name for the band. this is a tribute album for the late Teddy Tiger, but I hadn't bought this when it was released because I had a wrong idea about this. Then I think it was just a few days before the record fair when I happened to find out that the information from the internet about this album, and I realized that I had a wrong idea of what this was. It's a tribute album to him, so some of the songs are his songs, but some of the songs are new songs, like written in his spirit. So yeah, turns out that I did like this very much. Very happy to have this one. Okay, then on to the singles, and the first one was Kaukoröyhkä Steppailen, his first single from 1970. Sadly, this one does not have the printed sleeve, but at least I have the single. And what was very surprising was that it came, this black sleeve has been added there later on. It came with this one, and it has got EMI logo on it. Never seen this one before on a Finnish single. Okay, then Dick Dickerson meets the Whistlebait. Dick Dickerson is American guitarist, vocalist, songwriter, has been going on for at least 30 years because that's when I first saw him live. This was released either October or November, but it surprises me that why did it take so long to release this, because this must have been recorded in very, very early January, because I saw them live on January 4th. So 4-track EP. Yeah, good stuff. Next one is also Whistlebait, I Hate to Be Santa, back with Christmas with You. This one was the second to last Whistlebait single that I was missing. I'm now only missing their very first single, but I will buy one other single again because my copy is in very, very bad condition. Next one was very, very surprising because of the price. This is Queen, Killer Queen, back with Flick of the Wrist. And it turns out that this is the original UK pressing of this. And finally, Paul McCartney, Tug of War, back with Get It, which is listed as Paul McCartney, Carl Perkins duet. Tug of War is one of my very favorite Paul McCartney albums, so really happy to have this one. Okay, that's it for this time. Hope you like this. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment. Bye.